Hey guys, Hans Borchard here. You may notice that my arm's in a sling. So, yesterday I was rolling light with one of my newer students, and I was going for an arm bar, and it was turned into a belly down arm bar, and I flopped my body weight onto the front of my shoulder. Something that I've done many times without any problem, and this time uh, it caused a type 3 AC shoulder separation, which looks something like this. So that's kind of sucks. um, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Because it reminded me of, well, obviously not right when it happened. It did suck when it happened, but it reminded me of the parable of the farmer and the horse, which, if you don't know, it goes something like this. Once there was a farmer who had a mare who he relied on to accomplish many of the farming tasks on his small farm. And one day, the mare got out and ran away. And the neighbors came and said, "Wow, that sucks. That's really bad luck." And the farmer said, "Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know." Then about a week later, the mare returned, and she brought with her a beautiful stallion. And the farmer's neighbors came by and they said, "Wow, that's wonderful luck. You have a new stallion." And the farmer said, "Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know." So later on, the farmer's son was trying to train the stallion, and he was thrown and he broke his leg. And the farmer's neighbors came by and they said, "Ooh, your son broke his leg. That's terrible luck." And the farmer said, "Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know." A week later, the country that the farmer lived in went to war, and the military came through all the towns to draft all the young men to go and fight in this war. And the farmer's son was of fighting age, but they saw his broken leg and they passed him by. And the farmer's neighbors came and they saw that the son had been passed by, that the drafters hadn't taken him off to war, and they said, "Wow, that's wonderful luck." And the farmer said, "Maybe it is, maybe it isn't." So I like to think about something like that when something like this happens, you know, during jiu-jitsu or in any aspect of life. I remember growing up in high school, I was a swimmer, and I also had a shoulder injury. I don't remember specifically what it was, but I had a shoulder injury that had basically I couldn't use my arm for a couple months of recovery time. And during that time, all I could do, I still went to swim practice, and all I could do was hang on to a kickboard and just kick. And so I had to try and keep up with all the other swimmers during practice by just kicking. And it was very tiring, and I felt like it really sucked. But after my shoulder recovered, I was a much faster swimmer. And I think what had happened was that prior to that, I didn't really have a powerful kick. But because of the shoulder injury, I was forced to develop a kick that was fast enough to keep me on pace with the rest of the swimmers that was normally competitive with. And so when my shoulder recovered and I was able to put my full body back into the swim, I was able to go quite a bit faster because I had now a powerful kick. And so when something like this happens, especially in jiu-jitsu, I'm gonna be off the mats for a while, but maybe there's a silver lining. Maybe there's when I do get back to the mats, maybe I'll have to use my legs more than my arm for a while. I'll have to protect this arm and basically fight, with one arm and my two legs, and maybe that'll make my game more powerful in the end because I'll develop better capabilities because of my limitation. So when you get injured, and you will at some point in your jiu-jitsu career, try to remember the farmer and the horse parable and try and make something that seems like a very negative thing, see if you can turn it into a positive. That's my message for today. Keep training.